gathered here this morning for a very happy occasion in which the Academy recognizes the work of young people, the people who will someday be taking our places.
Tonight we're here to see the best student films in the country and honor the filmmakers. We've flown the winning students in from across the country. They spent the last few days meeting professional filmmakers and seeing the way we make movies in Hollywood. But after seeing their movies, boy, do we have something to learn.
This is a very moving occasion for members of the Academy. All 4,000 of us, people in every facet of filmmaking, once stood where the young filmmakers we're celebrating tonight are standing, on the threshold of their careers, asking themselves, am I on the right track? Well, these awards are meant to say, yes, you're terrific, you're talented, you're on your way, stick with it and go the distance.
If you can be recognized by this Academy, it really says something for you. It tells the people in the industry that you can tell a story on film.
To have an award like this validates all the hours and hours he spent locked in that room.
I would really like to address my colleagues, new filmmakers and future filmmakers. I hope that we will use our abilities to give people choices, to bring joy, but also to challenge people's perceptions. And maybe we can contribute in some small way to bettering this world.
I really think what we're looking at tonight is the harbinger of the next 10 years. And I think that's very optimistic. I'm very pleased about that.
Good evening. Please welcome Academy Chief Executive Officer, Bill Kramer.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to welcome you to the 51st Student Academy Awards, where we will celebrate the next generation of global filmmakers. To everyone here at the ODEON Luxe Leicester Square in London, and to our audience on our live stream, thank you for joining us tonight. At the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, we firmly believe in the power and brilliance of the movies. We celebrate innovation in filmmaking. Because we understand how compelling stories connect film fans from every corner of the world, we've made it our mission to not only preserve global film history, but to also inspire new generations to explore the many facets of filmmaking, which is precisely what brings us together tonight. In 1972, the Academy's Board of Governors voted to establish the Student Academy Awards to support and encourage the next generation of filmmakers from every country. For over half a century, we have done just that. I'm extremely proud to report that among our past winners, 67 have earned Oscar nominations and 15 have won Oscars. The future of the Academy is global, and as we continue to expand our international focus, it seemed fitting to bring this ceremony to London. We have a large and engaged UK Academy membership, and we are thrilled to share this moment with our global partners, members, and industry colleagues. This year, we received more than 2,600 entries from 738 colleges and universities around the world. And last month, our 12 winners were announced in 4 categories: animation, documentary, narrative, and alternative experimental. film projects submitted by students from India's National Institute of Design, Japan's Digital Hollywood University, and the Czech Republic's Film Academy of Miroslav Odrzik will be honored, which is a first. Yep. Tonight, our winners will learn their placements as gold, silver, or bronze award recipients. Plus, they are all eligible to compete in the animated, documentary, and live-action short film categories at the 97th Oscars, which will take place on Sunday, March 2nd, 2025. Before we dive into the program, I want to thank our longtime partner, Rolex. Woo! Yes. For believing in our commitment to nurturing the global filmmakers of the future. Rolex's commitment to the arts is unparalleled, and we are deeply grateful for their support of our Student Academy Awards and their partnership across so many Academy programs. We're also thrilled to be joined tonight by the Global Director of Communications and Image at Rolex, Arnaud Bosch. I also want to thank BFI CEO and new Academy member, Ben Roberts, and the entire team at the BFI London Film Festival for their partnership year-round on the Student Academy Awards and on our inclusion standards. Like the Academy, BFI is dedicated to providing education, access, and opportunity to emerging filmmakers. Yep, let's give BFI a hand, why not? We are in their home. I also want to acknowledge the chair of the Student Academy Awards Executive Committee and Academy Marketing and Public Relations branch member, Bettina Sherrick, who worked with our incredible staff to bring the student winners a robust suite of programs and events here in London. Yep. And a huge thanks to our dedicated Academy members from around the world who viewed and voted to select our winners. Thank you so much for sharing your time and expertise. And finally, and you'll be hearing from one of them in a little bit, thank you to our dedicated Board of Governors, many of whom are here tonight, for their leadership and guidance of our vital programs. To the many Academy team members who collaborated on this event, we have so many team members from our LA office, our amazing London team. Thank you. Your tireless, meticulous work is so appreciated. We wouldn't be here without you. So big round for the Academy staff. And lastly, to our BSL interpreters, thank you for making tonight's ceremony accessible for those here in the theater. All right, so let's start the ceremony. Here is our first category, animation.
Goodbye, My World is a film about a man stuck in a fish costume as he races against the clock towards a mysterious tower when the world is ending.
There is fun, there is a race, there is a lot of comedy, but also in the end there is more emotions, and that's why I think it's a film that will please a lot of people.
I was the one who wrote the first version of the pitch, and the inspiration came from my personal experience. I lost my father when I was a kid, and also I have to say goodbye to a lot of people, and I think this is a subject that everyone experienced in his life. For me, it was so obvious to speak about that during the end of the world, when you have no tomorrow and you have to do the things that you really want to do really quick.
When I first heard the story, I had tears in my eyes because it was so emotional, and he had made storyboards for the end and it worked so well. I really wanted to work on it immediately.
Winning a Student Academy Awards was a joke during the production of our film. I think it will take time to process that the joke has become the reality. It's very motivating. I think it proves that your ideas are relevant and we are made to do this.
I hope the audience will take away to care more about the people they love, to listen more to their hearts and do what is important for them at the proper moment.
I started origami when I was 6 years old. Origami is the origin of my passion for creativity. Since it does not involve cutting or gluing, any origami model can return to its original state once unfolded. This concept resembles the concept of life, rising from the earth and returning to the earth. So often with movies involving animated paper folding, they use techniques which are not actually possible with real paper. In my project, I focused on accurately depicting origami. Most of the designs are Japanese traditional designs. I hope that by watching film, the audience can experience this beautiful Japanese culture. This main character is my own original design. Unlike the usual character designing process, there is no concept art or concept drawing. I designed this by folding an actual piece of paper. Being able to make my original origami character bringing life, it was like a dream come true for me. I grew up watching Hollywood movies and I always wanted to work on these movies that I have been passionate about. I hope this award helps me build a career outside of Japan.
Student Accomplice is about a 16-year-old girl, Letty, and as she is taking a driving test, a bank robber runs out of the bank and hijacks the car from her. Now Letty has to figure out how to get rid of the bank robber and still complete her driving test. I had a lot of anxieties around performing well. So that was something that I felt like was relatable. And I think that that's kind of the through line throughout the whole film is you can be scared about doing something and it might be even worse than you imagined it, right? But it's not until you actually do it that you're going to learn anything. There's a specific type of suspend your disbelief with animation that doesn't exist in other places. You can have these really sincere, poignant moments and these very funny moments, and both of them can still feel very real. So anything I feel like that can express a multitude of different emotional beats, I just think is awesome. Giving an Academy Award is more confirmation to me that people do find it funny, that it is landing, which for me, that's the purpose of art, is you're trying to communicate an idea and you're trying to reach other people. It's something I wasn't expecting, but I'm just very grateful. I feel like this first film was very like normal world with crazy situation attached to it. And that is definitely part of my soul. Like I love mundane situations that are just crazy. But then a very big other part of me that doesn't come through as much in the film is I love world building and I love places that we've never seen before and that kind of thing. So like moving forward, I want to tailor that into my creative projects.
Here to present the animation and alternative experimental winners is three-time Oscar nominee, member of the Academy's animation branch, writer and director of The Wild Robot, Chris Sanders.
Hello. I am so excited to be here to celebrate the achievements of up-and-coming filmmakers. Winning a Student Academy Award is such a great starting point. From here, the possibilities are endless. The world of animation is home to me. Whatever the project, whatever the film, the goal is to tell a compelling, memorable story whilst elevating the craft, always. My hope is that tonight's animation winners will continue that tradition, and then some. With alternative experimental film, the goal is to expand the scope of traditional topics and technology, while offering perspectives that go beyond what we're accustomed to. Pushing the envelope is essential, which is what the winners in this category have done so skillfully. Now let's get to the awards. First up is animation. The winner of the Bronze Student Academy Award for animation is Spencer Baird.
I don't have a lot to say, but I did want to mention that behind this film, there's an entire team and a crew that helped make it possible, and I wanted to thank them for that. I also wanted to thank my university, BYU, that has provided the means by which we could do this. It's kind of surreal to me to have an experience, or to have experienced so much success from an idea that I had, and I was just glad that I could make you laugh. Thank you.
Congratulations, Spencer. The winner of the Silver Student Animation Award for, Academy Award for Animation is Kanamori.
Thank you. Thank you for the Academy, and thank you for the Student Academy for this great time in London. This is very special for me because I have been practicing origami since I was 6 years old, and origami is where my creative journey started. And this is also special to my community as well because this is actually the first Japanese film ever to win a Student Academy Awards. Thank you. I made this film to showcase authentic Japanese traditional origami, and I am so happy and honored to be able to share this beautiful Japanese culture with you all tonight. And I want to thank my family and friends. I brought my mom here tonight. Thank you for everything. And I also thank you to my dad, my sister, and my dog, and my partner, Soa. And I also want to thank my school, Mr. Furuiwa, and everybody at Digital Hollywood University, and everybody at Jugakuen. And thank you again for this evening, and I hope to see you again in the future. Arigatou gozaimasu.
And the Gold Award winner for animation is Florian on Maurice, Maxime Foltzer, and Estelle Bonnardel.
Woo! At the beginning, it was only a joke between us, but here we are. Well, thank you to the Academy. This is a great honor. Thank you so much. Thank you for our family, our friends, near or close, particularly the ones who came here to support here in London. Thank you to MoPA School for the help. Thank you to the high school's ITs. Hello everyone. I'm so emotional, sorry. And also, thank you to François from Yumi Distribution. Without you, all this will not ever happen. We want to thank Catherine Ribeiro plus Halp for the inspiration of her song. Without it, the film will not be the same. Thank you so much. We kissed all the person that we had or will have to say goodbye. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Merci
beaucoup.
Merci, enjoy the night.
Congratulations to the Student Academy Award winners for animation. I can't wait to see the characters and stories you will create next.
My film, A Brighter Summer Day for Lady Avengers, is set in a hot summer day in the 1980s Taiwan. I'm experimenting with how can a film make us feel before we understand what's going on. Do you have the experience of watching something and that was super fun, but you're kind of like, I'm not quite sure what just happened, but that was cool. It starts with a teenage girl buying watermelon juice and she's on her way to a movie theater. And that's where she explores her sexual awakening with her celluloid fantasies. I want to make a film that is centered around a teenage girl, and I want to think through what's her pleasure, what's her fantasy. I'm open to all kinds of genre. I hope I will have an opportunity to experiment with different formats. But I think the most important thing for me is to be able to stay curious and stay honest. I wanted to continuously make film because, first of all, I love hanging out with film nerds. I think I can just do it over and over again. Winning really encouraged me to keep doing weird things, keep doing weird researches out there to explore the understudied.
My name is Akshit Kumar. I'm from National Institute of Design, India, and I'm the director of bonVoyage for monVoyage. My film is an experimental animated travelogue about my journeys through 8 different cities of my country. So I tried to make a vlog for my journey. All the sketches or pictures in my journals come alive in my film. Actually, I didn't start with the intention of making a film. On New Year's Day in 2023, I decided that this year I will save money and then I'll travel and I'll go to 10 different cities. I love to sketch outside. I sketch buildings and stuff. So I thought, why not make a collection of memories so that someone who watches it can also experience what I got to experience and maybe get inspired to explore outside. And that's how this idea of a film was born. I want the audience to feel what I felt. So that's why my film also has a very original sound. It's mostly the sounds that I recorded from the places. What makes me unique as a filmmaker is how I incorporate my culture into my filmmaking. Considering that this is like my first film, I had no intentions of even submitting it. The only reason I submitted is because one friend told me to submit. Winning this award has made me feel good that yes, I can go on and create something which is not that mainstream and it will still get recognized because it happened once, so why can't it happen again?
My name is Dori Walker. I'm from Brown University, and my film is titled In Living Memory. It's a portrait-based, experimental documentary essay film that portraits a Black American family from the perspective of its youngest generation, exploring a Black experience of the family archive, self, being, memory, and the rhythm of life and of Black life. I have always had the desire to document my family, an immigrant story from the Caribbean. My grandma, who also raised me with my mother, is 94 now. I really just felt that my family deserved to be archived in a very careful, intentional way. So when we have people's attention, we need to say something. And we need to say something important, but it has to be authentic and it has to speak to something that people need to see, need to hear. I think that's why I like making films and I like making movies. The fact that I've made it this far to win an award, I think is still incredibly surreal for me. I think it just makes me very hopeful that people want to hear stories like the ones that I focus on in my film. Winning this feels like winning it for so many other people and so many other experiences, and I think that's the most incredible thing about receiving this award for me.
And now, onto the winners. The winner of the Bronze Student Academy Award is Akshit Kumar.
Oh, it's still really hard to believe that this has happened. As you guys heard, I have no intentions of even submitting it, so it's crazy. I wanna thank my family who's watching it live because they couldn't be here. I hope you guys are proud. All my school friends and my college friend who are also watching it live. Kashish, Arundhati, Vaishnavi, you guys made this film possible. Thank you so much. Ajay and Upamanyu, thank you for approving my 30-second roughly animated film, saying that I should go ahead with it. Thank God I did. And lastly, I want to say that if you're at home watching this, it is possible. Where I come from, this doesn't happen every day. So I'm really grateful for the Academy for giving me this and letting me experience this whole moment. It's unbelievable, but it's true. Thank you.
The winner of the Silver Student Academy Award is Dori Walker.
Sorry, everyone. I'm just going to take my notes for my speech out my pocket. Wow, I feel like I don't even have the words to describe how amazing this is. Thank you to the Academy and its members for seeing this film and for sharing this film. Thank you to Brown University, the Department of Modern Culture and Media, and my advisors, Jennifer Montgomery and Madison Moore, for believing in the way that I wanted to tell this story and always encouraging me to do so. Thank you so much to my cast. There's a lot of people that are in this film that brought me willingness, vulnerability, trust, and the outcome wouldn't have been possible without all of you. So thank you so much for trusting me with your stories. Also to my friends at Brown from high school, from childhood. I am so blessed to have you in my life. I could not have actually finished this film and gotten out of my dorm room if it wasn't for your support. This is a really amazing thing for my family, to my mama, my grandma, and my grandpa, Terza, Doris, and Harry Greer. You guys are my everything, and this film is for you, and this film is for us, and you guys are the memories that I carry with me. I do everything because of what you've instilled in me about dreaming, and I've been able to do something like this, so that's pretty amazing. This is a film that is about living, and it's rooted and anchored in the rhythm of Black life and a Black experience. Every single day, we are carrying around stories that no one can see. And at the same time, we're trying to love and be authentically. And this is about what I've learned from watching strong women, strong figures in my life doing this. It's not an experience that's wholly unique to Black experiences, but this is how I've seen it. This is how I've learned to do it. I'm so thankful to the Academy for just recognizing the value of this kind of experience, and thank you again. I hope to keep making movies.
And taking home the Gold Student Academy Award is Birdy Wei-Ting.
Hi.
Thank you so much, the Student Academy Awards staff, and thank you so much, the judges. Can you guys see me? Yes. I am from Taiwan, and Taiwan, this is for you. This project is about the understudy film history during the martial law period in Taiwan. I am indebted to the Taiwanese film scholar Zhuo Tingwu and gender studies scholar Zhang Shen'en. And shout out to my Taiwanese team, you guys are the best. We're gonna celebrate this weekend, drinks Army. I am a proud alumnus from the School of Cinema from San Francisco State University. Thank you. Thank you, my thesis advisors, Professor Martha Grotsky and Professor Rosa Sunjun Park. This project was written in the peak of the pandemic. I am so grateful that my support network was a bunch of film nerds. We watched so many Jello films over Zoom. Thank you, Ashkan Farohi. Thank you, David Mai. I want to share this honor with my mentor, my best friend, Professor Aaron Kerner. Thank you, my family. Thank you, my partner, Patrick Holmes, who's always being my biggest cheerleaders. To all the young people of color, you name it, Lady Avengers out there, dream on, use our cameras to take our sweet revenges. Thank you.
Congratulations to the winners of the animation and alternative experimental category. Let's give them all another round of applause. To all of our winners, I say, enjoy this night, revel in this moment, and then go create more movie magic. The world is waiting. Thank you.
Please welcome the president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and producer, Janet Yang.
Can we just give another round of applause to our animation and alternative experimental winners? And to each of this year's Student Academy Award winners, congratulations to you all. Good evening, everyone. What a joy it is to gather here at the legendary ODEON Luxe Leicester Square. I said that right? Leicester. To celebrate the achievements of the next generation of filmmakers. It's been an exciting evening so far, and we thank you for joining us for the festivities. As the art of filmmaking continues to evolve, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is committed to staying a step ahead, especially as it relates to exploring and implementing progressive practices like sustainability. While we're each responsible for reducing our individual carbon footprint, we must also do our part collectively, which is why the Academy is so thrilled to partner with the Green Film School Alliance. Since its launch in 2020, the Green Film School Alliance has been focused on integrating industry-level sustainable practices into film school programs. In short, their mission is to minimize the impact physical production has on the environment. The Academy is aligned with that mission, and together we've hosted webinars with over 200 colleges and universities around the world to educate students and administrators about the benefits of operating a green set. We're so pleased about the changes we're seeing. For example, the film Shedding Angels, our 2022 bronze winner in the narrative category, was the first Student Academy Award recipient to earn a coveted Green Seal from the Environmental Media Association. And this year, 10 of the films submitted for competition earned their Green Seals too. This is work we must do together and will continue to do promoting sustainable filmmaking, which is beneficial to both our industry and the world around us. Congratulations once again to this year's Student Academy Award winners. I hope you each feel proud, accomplished, and energized to keep going, to keep learning, to keep creating. Winning a Student Academy Award is an incredible milestone, and it's only the beginning. Just as you were once inspired by those who came before you, there are budding filmmakers who will be moved by your work and want to follow your footsteps. What an honor. To be among the illustrious roster of past winners like Academy Governor Patricia Cardoso, Patricia Riggin, and Oscar winners Pete Docter, Spike Lee, and Robert Zemeckis is quite an achievement as well. We are thrilled to join you in celebrating this evening, and we look forward to watching your careers flourish and offering direction and support whenever you may need it. Welcome to the Academy family. And now, onto our documentary category.
A Dream Called Khushi is the story of a Rohingya refugee who has had to struggle all her life for something as basic as going to school or going to college. I had the opportunity to go and cover the Rohingya refugee crisis in real time and saw firsthand what the impact of a genocide is like. Can't go to school, they can't have a job, they can't step out of the camps. Within all those restrictions, they can still dream. A Dream Called Khushi has won the Student Academy Award. Oh, wow! It feels great to be pushed in the right direction at the Student Academy Awards. It's almost surreal. It means also a lot for Khushi and her family, every crew member, and it will mean a lot for the Rohingya community to see their story being heard on perhaps the biggest platform in the world. No matter what part of the world you grew up in, you know what the Oscars are, and you know the small list of people from your country that have ever had it. To be able to relay some of these amazing stories that I've been privileged enough to hear from these amazing people that I've met, it almost feels like a duty to take it to the world in the best form. You're like the messenger. There are so many stories from my part of the world that people have not heard about. Those are the stories that I want to tell. People who are not represented enough in mainstream media or are not talked about enough, or stories that are not heard about enough. It's just been a fantastic experience working with this team, and I could not have done it without them.
My film is about a beekeeper in the Bronx who tends to hives throughout the city, including inside of his own apartment in the Bronx, despite being severely allergic. A couple months into filming together, he told me that he had throat cancer, and he just said, like, you have to keep going, we have to keep going. So it kind of then became a film about Flynn and Alora, his youngest daughter, grappling with this incredibly difficult and terrifying time. It was a really unforgettable, intense, beautiful experience. It's not a film about an issue. It's not a film about a conflict. It's really a story of how do you step up for the people you love in your life. I think I'm often drawn to somebody's obsession. That obsession can become a vehicle through which to understand the person. Documentaries in particular offer a really special invitation to connect with people that you wouldn't otherwise have the chance to. This award is incredible. I can't believe it. It means so much to me. This film has been sort of my private baby. It was a labor of love. It was something that I did as like a one-woman band. None of it would have been possible without Flynn and Alora and their story and sharing it. I hope to continue being really passionate and happy about doing this work and feel as intrinsically motivated and excited as I have thus far. This is super gratifying. Having that to point back to as I move forward in my career, it just is so exciting and valuable, and I still kind of can't believe it.
My documentary follows the story of Colette DeVito, a young woman with Down syndrome who opened her own bakery in reflection of being turned down from every job that she applied to. Now, she wants to create a plan of action to increase the employment rates amongst those with disabilities. Growing up, I was in a special education classroom for half of my life, I also dedicated the past 5 years of my life to a nonprofit organization for individuals with autism, and it led to me making a promise to myself. If I were given the opportunity to tell a story on a larger platform, it would be about the disability community for the disability community. I brought on crew who authentically related to the experiences of those who were in Colette's bakery. We were able to build a deep connection with Colette, and I think it shows through the movie. Colette and Rosemary were immensely happy to receive this award. Being in this position has reminded me that I am capable of living a meaningful life, while also providing the opportunity to have people like Colette share their stories. What I want people to take away from this film is that those with disabilities are capable of living a fulfilling and a meaningful life, just as we all are.
Documentaries make us think, they broaden our knowledge and open our hearts. And often they provide us a different point of view of a person, place, or story we thought we knew. As you've just seen, the winners of the Student Academy Awards for documentary have captured their subjects while telling an engaging story skillfully and with great care. I cannot wait to see what they'll do next. And now, our first award, the Bronze Award, which goes to Rishabh Jain.
Wow, this is a bit surreal, to say the least. There's no really other way to put it. I would like to, on the behalf of an entire community, thank the Academy, Student Academy Awards, and Academy members who were part of the jury for letting the Rohingya be heard again. It's a story very close to my heart. I first started working on it 2017 as a journalist, and the chance to go back to the camps as a filmmaker and sort of give them a chance to talk about their problems, because the problems aren't over, you know, the coverage is over, the problems aren't over. So thank you so much for giving them an opportunity and for recognizing our work. Thank you.
And now the Silver Award winner. Please give a hand to Aaron Johnson.
Hello, everyone. I'm immensely grateful to be here. I'd like to thank the Academy for this incredible recognition. It's an honor to stand here before you all tonight. I would like to thank my crew, Chris Cam, Rachel Koralnik, Wesley Cunningham, and my assistant camera, Wells Gultra. This project is more than just a documentary. It's a reflection of the countless unheard voices and the untold stories. The 17% isn't just a number or a statistic. It's people like Colette with the undeniable strength it takes to overcome adversity and push through barriers. At its core, this film isn't just about the human experience, or it's more so about feeling underestimated and having the will to push through and become the best version of yourself. Filmmaking has taught me that we can experience emotions such as happiness and anger, yet with every film that we watch, we experience those emotions in a new light. This award isn't just about one individual, it's about community. And to the greater disability community, I see you, I hear you, and I love you. I want to acknowledge all filmmakers who are here tonight and those who fought just as hard as I did, and everyone here to get to this position. And I make a promise to myself and those around us that telling stories was my way of engaging with the world and learning more about myself, and I hope to do that for others. Lastly, I'd like to thank my professor, Jeff Swimmer, my mentor, Derek Helwig, Stephen Galloway, Dodge College of Film Media Arts, and Chapman University. This is just the beginning. Thank you.
And the winner of the Gold Student Academy Award for documentary is Hannah Rafkin.
Wow. This is an incredible honor, and I am so grateful to the Academy, to all of my professors, family and friends, all the people that got me here. But to share this moment with Flynn and Alora is more of an honor that I can put into words, and for Flynn to be here with us. Standing healthy on stage tonight is...
Nice job.
Okay. The first day that I spent with Flynn, we were sprinting into the Atlantic Ocean in the middle of February. He was wearing a bee costume for a polar plunge, which felt like a pretty fitting start to this journey, which has been full of difficult days and really joyous days. But I'm just so thankful that Flynn and Alora have brought me into their lives and into their family and let me tell this story. And I'm so excited for other people to see it too. And it just is an understatement to say that it couldn't have been done without Flynn and Alora, so I'm gonna turn it over to them. Thank you guys so much.
Oh gosh, okay, I'm gonna try not to cry right now. So thank you to the Academy. Hannah says that, it was thanks to us, but really she's just talented, and I had no doubt that she would do this. And I just love her. Honestly, out of this experience, I got a sister. So thank you for everything, and I love you so much. Thank you to my dad, and thank you to everyone who watched our film and, was able to experience and see a difficult part of our life, and was there with us through all of it. And thank you to everyone that helped me through this difficult time of taking care of my dad during his throat cancer. It was not easy, so thank you to all my family that was there. So yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Just quickly, Hannah here. I had to train thousands of bees not to attack Hannah. That was the most difficult part. But thank you for your courageousness in dealing with millions of bees and our craziness. The Bronx has brought the world hip-hop. The Bronx has brought the world hip-hop. The Bronx has brought the world breakdancing and salsa. Breakdancing to the Olympics. And Hannah here has now helped the Bronx bring beekeeping to the world. And we absolutely are buzzed about that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Alora. Alora is the keeper.
Okay. What a moving evening. Congratulations to all of our documentary winners. I've truly loved all of your films, and let's give them another round of applause. And remember, you're all winners, truly. And now, on to the narrative category.
Our film is called Neither Donkey Nor Horse. Our story is set against the outburst of the 1910 Manchurian plague.
We believe that the disease may have been aerosolized.
A young Chinese doctor who studied medicine at Cambridge University returned to his pre-modern society to help the local community combat a plague using modern science for the first time.
A respirator like this can intercept pathogen-laden air particles before they enter our lungs.
During the pandemic, I took a gap year in China. The world was not just caught by the plague, but also the pursuit of science and the pursuit of truth was cast aside. And it was during that period I came across the story of Dr. Wu. So I did a lot more research into it, and I was struck by how, despite that the Manchurian plague happened a century ago, history just continuing to repeat itself.
我在加强麻杏汤的剂量，在病患身上已大见成效。
你自己的人都没有信心。
As a filmmaker, I set out to make movies that move people in a profound way. And I'm drawn to a story about people who wander on of the margins of cultures of societies, but still seeking for a sense of belonging. In the context of this particular film, if it just makes you Google who Dr. Wu is after watching this film, I'd be very, very grateful.
We are directors of Czech movie The Compatriot. Our film is part of our Czechoslovak history.
It's a simple story about two men in one cottage. It's New Year's Eve, last New Year's Eve in Second World War.
Touhle dobou jsem měl popít v dámské společnosti, ale zdá se, že se budu muset spokojit s vámi.
And it's about dark friendships between these two people.
Each man is a hero of his own story, and no one is the villain on his story.
Ale myslím, že by mi hodně lidí dalo za pravdu, že máte žít v rámci velkoněmecké džíchy.
Takže nepopíráte naši existenci, ale chcete, abychom s vámi splynuli, ať se nám to líbí nebo ne.
Have a small budget, so we write script for two people, for two actors in one room.
We just want to make a good movie. Every good drama need to make you feel happy at some moment, and every good comedy must make you cry at some moment. We are the first students in history of our school who have our film in Student Academy Award, so we are very proud we can represent our school.
In Czech Republic, we have only 3 Student Academy Awards winners, so that's awesome, I think.
Trust is about the 12-year-old boy Fabi, who grows up in a family in which everyone has a lot of scars. And getting your first scar really makes you a true member of this family. And Fabi doesn't have a scar yet.
Immer noch nichts.
When I was 13, I got my first scar. During that time, something changed inside of me, because I used to be quite a sensitive boy. I used to cry a lot, and I didn't cry, and I was quite proud of my very hard and cold reaction. Only later on, I maybe found out that I might have lost something of myself that maybe was worth preserving. With Crust, I maybe wanted to start a dialogue with that boy who's on the cusp of losing that.
Schieß los, Fabi. Wie hast du es gepackt?
Im Auto.
Im Auto!
I think I'm quite successful with finding humor in my own pain and failure and suffering. For me, filmmaking is important because everyone can go to the movies, and I hope it stays that way. And the cinema is a way that everyone, between different classes and stages of life, can come together, have one shared experience. So that's why I believe in the cinema, and I will do that till the day I'm gone.
Here to introduce the winners of the narrative category is four-time Oscar nominee, BAFTA winner, Governor of the Academy's Directors Branch, and co-writer with Gil Kenan, and the director of Saturday Night, Jason Reitman.
Hey, please forgive the sound of my voice tonight. I'm highly contagious, and I look forward to shaking hands with all of the winners of tonight's Student Academy Awards. Genuinely, I've seen all three films. They're absolutely brilliant, and they make me embarrassed about my own student films, but the future is very bright. It is my great honor to be here with you this evening to announce the winners of the 51st Student Academy Awards for Narrative. Many awards are meant to honor one's past work, but the Student Academy Awards are the rare opportunity to look forward. It's an award of promise, an award of potential. It not only represents the work you've already created, but everything we believe you are capable of as filmic storytellers in the future. Each of you has already demonstrated a command of the art form, and way more importantly, that you have something meaningful to say. And look, as we present these honors to you tonight, we wish you the kind of artistic success that you've genuinely earned and you deserve. We wish you dialogue that just sprouts from your fingers and magic hours that go on for 5. But undoubtedly, look, there's going to be difficult nights. So when you're staring at the laptop and the words aren't coming, or it's the night before your first day shooting and you can't sleep, or the set's just too hot to think, or the coffee's too cold to drink, and your actors won't listen, and your producers have that look in their eye that says, yeah, we ran out of money last week. In those moments, we hope this award will be a reminder of your talent, of your promise, and everything that we, the Academy, see inside each of you. If nothing else, you can also use this beautiful award to bludgeon any executive that stands in your way, though I am told the Academy Motion Picture Arts Society will not officially endorse this message. Anyway, look, this is a beautiful thing, and it's one of those rare things that can be never taken away from you for the rest of your life. So to all three of you in advance, congratulations. All right. First up is the Bronze Award, and the narrative bronze winner is Robin Wong.
Thank you so much. If our team could come up. Yeah, first of all, I'm just so incredibly grateful that a story set in such an obscure time and space can find its way onto this stage and be shared with all of you tonight. I would like to thank the Academy for this honor of a lifetime, and to the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation that made this film possible. My profound gratitude goes to my loving parents, my partner, and my dedicated cast and crew, who joined me on this magical journey on recreating the 1910 freezing Manchuria in the hot summer LA. And in the very cosmic way, this year's ceremony in the UK brings our journey to a full circle. More than a century ago, Dr. William Tay set foot onto this soil and became the first medical student of China's descent to study at Cambridge. Despite living in one of the darkest times in human history, only 4 years before the outbreak of World War I, he believed that the only medicine that can heal the wounds of our world lies in the search for truth that transcends all of our boundaries. And also, I would like to thank all of our fellow winners tonight for inspiring and affirming that, just like science, art too can be such potent tools for transcending boundaries and healing the world. And as we leave this room tonight and continue working our next films, I think we'll forever remember that in our heart. Thank you so much. 谢谢大家.
Congratulations, Robin, fellow USC Trojan. And now, winner of the Silver Award for Narrative. Let's give a round of applause to Jens Kevin Jorg.
So first of all, thank you to the Academy for giving us a bunch of misfits this award and also this platform. When I started writing Crust, I was so incredibly lonely. And now to be surrounded by these beautiful people means just the world to me. I want to send lots of love to everyone involved in this film, starting out with our Film University Babelsberg, and also our commissioning editors, Elisabeth Rupp and Michael Klingberg. You are the people young artists like us need to open doors for us. Thank you for that. I want to thank my mentor, Claudia Prietze. When I was struggling with my ending, she told me to just sit down, shut up, and write. So I did that. I want to send hugs and kisses to everyone in our cast and crew. Our DP, Lasse Fobese, who has the perfect shoulder for my head to lay on in moments of need. Our producers, Fritzi Benesch and Charlotte Julie de Hansen, who are mad and brave enough to join a team with child actors and a roller coaster, who did everything to make that possible. And of course, our lead actor, Philipp Kapell, is just the see you grow up, it's like to be such a thoughtful and kind-hearted and smart boy. It's just the biggest pleasure. Thank you. Lastly, I want to mention my working-class family, who work so hard every day without getting any applause, and who are also here tonight. Last year, I was completely broke. Still am. While working on Crust, I wasn't able to get any money, and you took me back home, because filmmaking is not for proletarian people like me, it's for rich people, and I will do everything with my work, my voice, and also with the support I could give other young filmmakers to change that. Thank you for giving us an award about for a film that is about being on the outside, looking in. If anyone has seen this film and just feels a little less lonely, that's everything I ever wanted to do. But also, I also take this back home. So thank you.
And the winners of the Gold Award for Narrative are Pavel Sikora and Victor Horak.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank the Academy for enabling us to stand here on this stage tonight. It's every film school student's dream, and I still can believe this dream has come true for us. I'd like to thank our film crew, Petr Pelech, screenwriter, Lukáš Skalník, editor, Kateřina Matoušová, product manager, Jakub Zajíc, composer, and Yuri Ferinec, who sound designer, who unfortunately cannot be here with us tonight. And I would also like to thank everyone who helped us in any way to make our film reality. We wouldn't be standing here today without help of the teachers from the Film Academy of Miroslav Ondříček and PSEC. They were the ones who taught us everything we know about filmmaking today. So I would like to thank them very much. But most of all, I would like to thank my parents for supporting me and allowing me to study at the film school. I hope they finally see that it was a good decision. And at the end, I would like to say a few words in Czech. Dámy a pánové, mí drazí Češi, je to doma. Thank you very much. And I hope we won't see each other for the last time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends and colleagues. First of all, I would like to thank the Academy, without which we would not be here. Thank you for appreciating our film, The Compatriot, and now we can stand on this stage in the ODEON cinema. It's great satisfaction for us, for our team, for our families, and all the people involved in the film. The biggest thank you goes to Pavel for inviting to be a part of this film. Another thanks to our crew. Thanks to actors Jiří Štěpnička, Pavel Batěk, and Martin Hlubocký for giving our characters a face. And to all the other crew members for going on this film adventure with us. And since we are here now, so it was worth it. I would also like to thank my family. Without them, I couldn't have done any of this. I have a lot of support and help from them. I also thank from the bottom of my heart all my friends who are my support and inspiration. They know very well. Finally, I have thank our school, Film Academy of Miroslav Ondříček in Písek, where we met and without which we would not have created anything together. Thank you for these inspiring years of hard work, fun, and amazing people. Thank you all. This effort is all of us.
Let's give another round of applause for all the narrative winners. And congratulations to all of the 51st Student Academy Award winners. This has been such an incredible night and a preview of the brilliant storytelling that awaits all of us in the hands of these filmmakers. Speaking of the future, the night's quite not over yet. It's very easy on nights like these to walk away thinking that films are made singularly by one storyteller. Although not really. I mean, they've brought over huge groups with all of them. Anyway, that couldn't be further from the truth. It is the collaborative nature of film that makes this art form so rewarding. It's the moment you nail a take that you look at the person next to you and think, we got it. Movies are made by an ensemble. They arrive at brilliance by virtue of a crew members pulling each other up. Eric Steelberg, my cinematographer for over 30 years, who I met when we were both 15, has a rule with the camera department. Everyone from the first AC to the loader must read the sides every single day. Always know the story we're telling is what Eric says, because you never know where the best idea is going to come from. Now let's take a moment to meet the ensemble behind the camera, the crew members whose talent and tenacity were the backbone of this year's Student Academy Award-winning films. Thank you.
There are genuinely so many people to thank, but I feel like I have to be forgetting a lot of people.
It's like a very big team. I want to thank everybody. I definitely first and foremost want to thank my creative partner, Jesse, for tapping into a piece of material that is very unknown for a Chinese, let alone for someone who's from the American South.
My DP, Ai Chung, she's that type of person who's gentle, but always the center of all the attention. And shout out to my whole team at Lucky Sparks Production.
My animation batchmates, they inspired me a lot. Whenever they'll see one shot, they'll be like, "Oh, this looks really great. You should go ahead with it."
Screenwriter Petr Pelech. Without Petr, we don't do this movie.
Lukáš Skalník. He is absolutely amazing editor and he saved this film.
My primary thesis advisor, Jennifer Montgomery. My second thesis advisor, Madison Moore, David Udris, Regina Longo.
Mr. Fruiva for guiding me through this creative process. I also want to thank Atano-kun for helping me with the animation.
Lisa Bird, she was our lighting lead. The last 3 weeks of our film, we had like 3% of the film rendered. And it was like, is this even gonna exist? And she was just there in the labs all the time, more so than even me. Also, Anson Savage, he was our effects guy. Oh man, like, I just love being around you.
Shafiqur Rahman, line producer, translator, life of the project. He grew into being, without going to J school, a fantastic, rigorous reporter.
I want to thank Astrid, also a co-director on the film, but she also was the animator and she was the editor, so thank you again, Astrid.
Quentin, he did all the effects for the movie alone. Without his special effect, it wouldn't be the same.
Baptiste, sometimes you have to resolve a lot of problems just telling jokes. So thank you, Baptiste, for all the love.
I want to say a huge thanks to Toby Shimon, my faculty advisor, who was extremely helpful every part of this process when I was tearing my hair out, and for helping me come up with the title.
Lasse Frobese, our DOP, he was like this cozy cushion I could fall back on every time I was feeling unsure about something.
My cinematographer, Chris Cam, my editor, Wesley Cunningham, and my producer, Rachel Koralnik. This story and what you see, it is what it is because of them. It all comes back to the support system and the people who made this happen.
That concludes our ceremony. The screening of all the gold-winning films will begin shortly. To our Academy members, VIPs, and partners, please make your way to our reception, which begins now. Thank you for joining the Academy for the 51st Student Academy Awards from London.